Welcome to TDC Classic Cars. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. We're out here Burlington at the Cruisin Car Show. We're out here for Fire Department Safety Day. They're going to be extracting a person from two cars. Really exciting. They're going to show the demonstration from the start to the finish. We talked to one of the fire department captains today, told us all about what's going to be going on. There's lots of fire trucks, vintage fire trucks here that go through the Burlington Parade. Again, there's over 400 cars here, 400 owners, Mustangs, Vets, Camaros, everything, Chevelles, vintage cars, new cars. It's amazing. It's all about the community. I want to congratulate Canadian Tire. I want to congratulate Well-Beings for being the lead sponsor. Cruisin Car Show every Mondays, 5 to 8 p.m. Bring your car out, bring your family. It's all about the community. I'm Jay Stoyan. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Jay Stoyan here for TDC Classic Cars. We're out here in Burlington, Ontario. We're here at the Cruisin Car Show. We're here with Michael. Michael's going to tell us all about this fancy fire truck in the word Bahamas. Michael, thanks for being on the show. Tell us about this beautiful vehicle behind us.
Well, it started out last year. We were down in Bahamas, and we have a little house down there. A friend of mine called me up and said there was a bushfire, and I come over and help. So I went over with shorts on and sandals, and found out we were using 5-gallon buckets of water to put out a bushfire, which was encroaching on people's homes. And I did that for a day, and I said to my wife, I said, if we get back, we got to look for a fire engine for these people and donate it to them. So that's how it kind of came about. Came back in the spring. I had looked at all kinds of fire engines, and the wiring systems were small problems, the guys would say, but it would look like spaghetti. I figured I can't take junk down to an island because they have enough. But just at the last moment, I checked on YouTube, and I saw this vehicle out in London, and we went out there, had a look at it, bought it on the spot because of the condition it's in.
All for your experience down south.
The people need it. And I come back and we're going to see how we have everything that we need, that we believe we need. And down there, all they needed was a fire truck.
That is an unbelievable story. And are you a fireman?
No, I'm the furthest from a fireman. I go up on the roofs and...
So, what did obviously your wife was all into this, because this must have cost you a pretty penny.
Yeah, well, Karen's friends with all these people down there, because we've been down there for a few years, and she just saw right through it that this was a need for the community. And living here, I became so focused with my work, I lost community. Down in the Bahamas, I'm slowing down, and I'm right in the community, and this is what it's all about.
That's an amazing. So you had a mission. You came back to Canada. You found this fire truck in London, Ontario. You said?
Yeah, just outside. Yeah.
And what was it doing in London, Ontario?
It was
growing grass.
It was actually in service for parades.
Okay.
And special events, and the company that had it at that time was called the Firehouse Subs out of London.
Wow,
and,
I've heard of that actually.
Yeah, they'd used it for 10 years, and at that point they had fulfilled its service, and the fellow put it up for sale.
Oh, so they wanted to sell it.
It had served their purpose for them at that point. Yeah.
Such a beautiful fire truck.
Well, it's a 1996 International 4900 series. It's a 466 diesel, turbo diesel, which got 42,000 kilometers on it. The pump has got like 1,300 hours on it. It's brand new. I had it appraised by a company out of London, and they said that even the undercarriage looked like it came out of the showroom.
So fully functional.
Fully functional.
And how much would something like this go for, price-wise?
Okay, I got to tell you,
Okay.
they're not collectibles in Canada.
Okay.
Right? They're just classified as a water truck. But down in the States, $55,000 US, very easily.
Wow.
You know, up here, 20,000, maybe 22,000. It's insured for 25. It's going to be a first-line defense in this community of the Bahamas.
See, just by looking at the lines on it and how well it's put together, I mean, you got to think this is like a $500,000 truck, and it's functional.
It's functional, yeah.
This is great, Michael. Thank you for sharing that story. If people want to find out more, we would love to cover you. I mean, do you come here on a weekly basis, or we try to?
I try to, but the truck's going down November 1st.
November 1st.
We're going to take a shot at the border, and we're going to see if we can get it across and get it down. I've got all kinds of documentation from the government of the Bahamas stating that they appreciate the donation.
Wow.
So that's going to help, and see what happens.
When we edit this, I'm going to send you this link, and you can send it to the people in the Bahamas.
They would love it.
We'd like to stay in touch and see how the baby's doing down in Bahamas.
Well, we're driving it down with 2 firefighters from St. Catharines, and I'm going to videotape the whole thing going down, so as we enter each state, we stop in the fire departments along the way, so I could provide you back with a
That would be
footage.
great, and in return, we'll promote you maybe as you go, your trip down to the Bahamas. That's what we can show November 1st.
November 1st is the date we're shooting for.
That's great. Again, we're here out in Burlington, Ontario. We're here at the Cruisin Car Show listening to great stories like Michael. Michael, thanks a lot. Wonderful job. Way to go helping out the community.
Thank you kindly.
That's great. Again, you're watching TDC Cars on Jay.
Show for you. Burlington Vehicle Rescue Team is here in the East Chicane. You'll notice that there's a one car that's piled up and T-boned another car, and it's up on 45-degree angle here. These guys are going to be using the jaws of life to extract our victim out of the car safely and securely. You'll see these guys are all set up. They are #1 ranked in Canada, #5 ranked in the entire world. These guys are incredible. So, exactly. Let's give them a round of applause for that, for sure. One little thing that we have here, there's a Lamborghini right in a blue one right beside the fire trucks, and it has a little toy fire truck up on top. It is a one-seater. It's 12 volt, and it's for children. And this item has been donated to us, and we are going to try to raise some funds to give to the Burlington Vehicle Rescue Team here, because these guys fund all of their competitions around the world by themselves. They don't rely on any taxpayers' money for this. So the proceeds of this little 2025 fire truck, which has walkie-talkie, remote control, siren, and lights, all the proceeds will be going to them. So go take a look at this little fire truck on top of the Lamborghini, and then come over to the red tent here, and by the jump start, there's a silent auction form. You can fill out your name and your bid number, and then the time that you bid, and then whoever has the highest winning bid will go home with this awesome little toy fire truck. Yeah, we have lots of other announcements, but these guys, we're going to be shooting closer to 6:15 before they have all their people in place and all their ducks in a row. So enjoy the show for a little while.
here at all? If so, raise your hands, please.
I saw it all. I saw it all.
I saw it all? Okay. I need you to speak to the first responders the minute they're ready to rock and roll, Jim.
Well, I just happened to have the acting captain of the Burlington Fire Department, Jared McDonald, not the first Prime Minister of our country. Jared, what's going to happen here?
So we're just going to simulate a real-life motor vehicle collision. We're going to get Hadley out of the car as quickly as possible, as safely as possible. Pretty much it, yeah.
Now, Hadley, our victim, just happened to be wearing a crash helmet and a Nomex racing suit. That was just a complete coincidence. But tell us, can you explain to us roughly what's going to happen, and then we'll talk to Kurt and he'll give us some more detail.
So our whole plan will most likely be based on the patient's conditions. So we have to find out what her actual conditions are first in the car. Obviously, we'd probably try and bring her out the door she's in right now, but I'm going to think that she has some sort of condition going on that doesn't allow that. So we'll have to pivot and potentially take the roof, maybe come out just through a tunnel at the back. We'll see.
I think she has some kind of condition to volunteer for this particular project. But okay, I'm going to talk to Kurt now. Where's Kurt? Chad. Okay, Chad, you're going to explain a little bit about the process here. Just take the mic and let's through it.
You got it. Thanks very much, everybody. Welcome tonight to Car Night. And in true fashion, this is kind of like a theme, so that's why we're out here. We decided that we could kind of display or put on display for you guys exactly how our team works. So if anybody's ever been in a crash before, and I hope it's a very small number, but if anybody's been in a crash, it's a very traumatic thing. Okay, so we've kind of simulated a crash here. This is what we call an underrun. Okay, so we have another car that has hit this white car and has put it up on its side. The driver, Hadley, say hi, Hadley. She's waving, good. So she has been through a traumatic accident. Okay, so there's a number of things that we kind of deal with when it comes to a traumatic accident. The first thing is patient safety. Okay, so we want to make sure that we get this patient out in a timely manner and in the most safest manner, not going to aggravate any injuries that she sustained. Okay. So let's get the team going here. So really what happens here is we're going to show up on scene, and we got the team here. And the team simulates kind of our crew that we have in every truck in the city. And when we get called to an accident, we get off the trucks, and then that's when the team members are going to take over. They're going to come, they're going to show up on scene, they're going to kind of do a little walk around, try to figure out what's going on, and they're going to come up with a plan. Okay, so you're going to see all of this happening all at once, and I'm going to commentate through most of it, okay? All right, guys. All right, so these guys arrive on scene.
Bunch bar on scene, have 2-vehicle MBC. Give me a car, stay on, do not move. Guys, you're in circle check, please. I see we got full hazard.
So our captain, Jared.
We got full hazard here.
He's yelling out a bunch of instructions.
I got patient contact.
For the patient not to move, because we don't want anybody to further hurt themselves. These guys are all communicating with each other.
I got a propane tank. Speed smaller, hear anything? Negative. Copy.
They're looking for
so continue.
hazards that will harm or further communication or the firefighters that are here. So they have located a propane tank in the back, which is very common. Everybody goes and gets propane from Costco. And now this person, unfortunately, Hadley's in an accident with the propane tank.
Are you trapped? Can you move your legs?
Trish is our medic. So on every truck, we have somebody that is assigned to...
Trish, patient update.
We got an traffic on the right arm.
So they're assigned to patient care, and that's what Trish has done today. So she is in charge of the patient. She makes contact with the patient.
Left arm entrapment.
And she tries to find out specific information. All of this is a back door in order for us to safely extract Hadley from this car. Now we call these guys, this is the Burlington Fire Department Vehicle Extrication Team, and we compete all over the world. We've been to Prague and Barcelona. Next year, I think it's Brazil, Romania. So we've competed against all the teams in the world. A lot of fire departments all over the world. It's called the WRO, or the World Rescue Organization, and that's what we are a part of. So we compete against all the great teams all over the world. This is our training. We share all kinds of techniques and things that we learn to make our jobs better, easier, and safer. So what the guys are doing now, got patient contact. They had their little meeting over in the corner there in Wallace. And that was all of them coming together and discussing what they had found when they walked around. We call it a 360. So they talked about it and they came up with a plan. There's a number of plans that we come up with. One is a stabilization plan. And then second, we come up with a rescue plan. Stabilization plan is basically we try to make the entire scene safe for everybody to work without getting hurt. Okay, so this is going to roughly involve a few things. It's going to involve walking, struts,
Block it off.
that we place on the vehicles to make it solid so that it doesn't roll over on them when they're working, it doesn't move when we start cutting, so that keeps the patient nice and safe.
Chris, let me know when you're in the car, okay? Keep looking out here, okay? We'll help you out too.
So we have a number of pieces of equipment that we utilize to be able to accomplish our goal. What a lot of you saw on this side of the vehicle, they put something on the windows that looks like cellophane. But in essence, it mostly is. It's sticky cellophane. And what that's going to do is we need to break glass to be able to go.
Guys, we have rapid access to the back of the car.
So when we break glass, basically it shatters. I don't know if any of you have ever seen a car window, the sides and the back windows break. When they're under pressure, they kind of explode and the pieces go everywhere. So this is an attempt by us to control those pieces of glass, which is considered a hazard to firefighter safety. So I believe Trish is inside. Yes, she is. There she is. So the object is for us to get our medic into the vehicle with the person that was driving the injured patient. So she's now inside. She's having a conversation with
Make sure all tool work goes through the medic.
Numerous questions that are medically related, that are also related to her entrapment inside the vehicle, if there are any, and a number of things which basically helps us formulate our plan. Because at this point, our medic and our captain of the truck or the team need to come together and they need to figure out the best way to take Hadley out of this vehicle. Anybody have any idea?
Hey, Trish, let us know when patient's covered.
Which way would we get Hadley out here? Anybody have any idea?
Patient's covered?
Open the door, but the door's locked and we're simulating that it's
Back up! Break your glass!
breaking glass. Okay, so front door, yeah, absolutely. Anything else?
Sunroof!
Be imaginative.
Sunroof!
Somebody say rip the roof off? Yeah, we can definitely rip the roof off. We can take we call it a tunnel, which means we tunnel from the back all the way into Hadley and we bring her out the back. So there are numerous different ways that we can get this patient out. And the medic and the captain have to discuss that to figure out the safest way and the quickest way to get her out. So we're covering all the, because glass is not our friend, it's kind of our enemy. It gets in eyes, gets in our faces, so we really want to control this.
Okay, let's get this trunk off. I'll get you to take that glass after. Derby, you're on hard road. Doug, you're on slow.
Don't worry, it's pretty soon. This is like the preparation. These guys have prepped everything. Got somebody inside, they're developing the plan, they figured out the glass. How's it going? Finishing off the stabilization. This is a strut that I was referring to. Okay, that helps stabilize the car from rolling over. Now it gets cool. Now we have what's called cutters and spreaders, or the jaws of life and the cutters. We also have a ramp here. We use Hamaltro. Hamaltro is a German company that we might even be visiting this year to compete in the Cruisin option.
So we use what's called the macho. There's only about 3 or 4 different manufacturers that take care of extrication. All right, so these guys have got the cutters up. Looks like they've decided to do a tunnel. So they're going to take pieces off this vehicle. I don't think it's going to be fixed, that's for sure. I'll have to work on that. So they're going to do a tunnel. They're going to take the back door off and remove all the seats and create a nice deep space so they add me and we're right out the back. So in Burlington, our extrication system, it's been around since 1984, so we've got over 40 years of competition and training. There used to be a lot of local areas that we would go to compete to all the Canadian teams, and just recently with the WRO, or the International World Rescue Organization, we've been able to go to international states. Our team, we integrate our team into our training. So we have roughly, out of all of our officers in the Burlington Fire Department, we have roughly 65% of all officers that have been on the team. The team members, because we have 5 team members in one thing, we can boast that just about 70% of all firefighters have been on the team as well.
Patient's still covered.
This translates into excellent training and service for you.
Covered, Trish? Trish?
All right, so what they're using now, so they're still using the cutters, and they have to basically create a big space. So they're going to go into the back, but they're also going to flat. That's what we call it flat for the roof. So what my man Martinez is doing, he has what's called hard protection. So that is basically a piece of Lexan plexiglass. It's on a stick. And we use that for protection of flying materials, metal, glass, whatever. We use that to protect the patient so that she doesn't get whacked in the head with a piece of metal when we're cutting.
Yeah, go ahead. Copy, entrapment free, guys. Oh, we need that too.
So they're going to essentially open this vehicle up like a tin can. The idea is to create the biggest space to be able to safely extract value from this vehicle.
Good job with the hard road. Did we kill and peak this yet?
So we've been super lucky in Burlington with this support of
hey, breaking glass, mask up!
Residents when it comes to this training program, because we do have to travel the distances sometimes. We have to fundraise for the foundation. So it is really a great training. On the world stage, there are some excellent teams out there with great methodologies and processes to get people out of vehicles. We're high up on that list. We're definitely in the top 10 of the world. But there are some really good teams in England and Portugal. How you doing, guys? Looks like they've gone to Plan B. So Plan B, we have plans. So we have usually a Plan A, a Plan B, sometimes a Plan C, and it's always just in case something doesn't work properly, or maybe some damage has gotten in the way, and it's just impossible to follow Plan A. So these guys are actually going to remove or blow off the roof. They're cutting all the posts. So the car itself has kind of an anatomy that we've named. Okay, so we have A post, B post, C post, D post. And the A's start at the front and they work their way back. That's how we communicate with each other
about which posts that we're cutting and when we're cutting them.
Guys, be advised, Dougie's removing the seat, the back was spreader.
Has anybody been inside a vehicle when you were taking themselves out of it? Oh, we do have some people. It's pretty scary. It's pretty loud. Yeah. So we try to mitigate all of that. It's bad enough that you've just been in a serious accident, but now you've got loud noises, you've got all kinds, you've got people all around you.
Yeah, stabilization check, stage backboard.
And company wants us to follow up. Interesting.
Top end of the car is free, guys. Trish, any update?
How's it going, BD? How's it going? Nice.
We have a manual key, right?
Yeah, nice. Good job, guys. Trish, how's it going?
It's going good. Thank you very much. We're working away and we're having a setup here. This is keep strong.
Excellent, excellent.
Backward stage. Backward stage.
Okay, when we start getting close to opening up the vehicle, we have to get ready for extricating the patient. So we do that by pulling out a backboard. I'm sure you've all seen a backboard. Every ambulance has one. The backboard is for any spinal considerations that any injuries that might have happened during the accident. We're preparing the scene for when we actually bring her out. So this is the point where we would get EMS involved. They'd be all ready to transfer or take patient care from us.
We're going to be cutting this post-episode patient.
One of the last things we cut in a method like this is the post that is closest to the patient. That is just in case bad things happen and something falls, we have that post that's close to her intact, which helps protect her, basically, the unimaginable. That'll be the last post we cut. And then this becomes a coordinated effort. Everybody's going to have to take a corner, and they're going to have to lift the roof off of the car, thus exposing our patient. Don't mess this up, guys. This is where the drum roll to the front.
Cover up soft
And
roll.
now we have a massive pole to be able to get Hadley out safely and quickly.
Hey Trish, we're gonna have backboard coming in.
What they're doing now is as you can tell, with all the cuts and stuff, we have a whole lot of what we call sharps. We have a lot of spots that people can walk by and cut themselves or hurt the patient in some way. So what they're doing is they're covering up with blankets. This is all stuff we have on the trucks. Blankets and sharp protection. We can use things like duct tape. We have some specialty equipment that we use. Basically covering up all the sharp edges when we're working around them so that nobody hurts themselves.
Ears on medic, Trish, you're in control, switch the glove.
Hands for spine.
I can grab C-spine, but we'll need someone to lower it.
Good work, guys. Good work. Hadley, how you doing? She's a little busy. So the one thing in this whole scenario that really is a tough thing for us are the seats. The seats always get in the way because seats are very hard to take out completely, especially when somebody's sitting in them. So what these guys are going to try to do is they're going to keep Hadley in the same position that she's in, and they're going to try to lower the seat down. And there are some cases, not so much this one, where sometimes we have to cut side of the seat and peel it off to the side. We're in the age of electronics, so seats are they're electrically powered now. So a lot of times in accidents like this, we will disconnect the battery. Because why? Anybody know why we would disconnect the battery? There's one system in vehicles that really hurt us. Airbags. SRS systems, that's right. Airbags are really, well, they're dangerous to everybody, especially the patient. And if we don't disconnect the battery and disconnect the system, there's always that chance that it could go, an undeployed airbag could go off and hurt everybody around us. So we want to make sure that happens. By doing that, we effectively disconnect the seat, the electronics of the seat. So we have to work on that seat. We've now got her on the backboard, and now this is where we pull her out in one unit, protecting her C-spine, protecting her neck, and we pull her off to the weighted EMS paramedics.
Ready, go!
Good job, guys.
Chris, you want to check over Hadley?
I need somebody to put the O2 back on.
Yeah, we'll grab it. Let her up. Yeah, let her up.
Effectively, this is kind of what we do. We rip the car apart like a banana or an onion, we peel it away from the patient, and then we create a huge space for us to bring her out safely.
Take a second before you sit up. Okay.
Great job, everybody. Let's go ahead.
Because they used to say if you don't see any L driver's description, and she's okay! Another big hand of applause for our victim, Hadley. See, she's alive and well. Once again, thank you to all you guys and ladies for this amazing demonstration. And if anybody's looking for a convertible escort station wagon, I'm sure they're ready to. Focus station wagon convertible. Yeah, you need a little bit of welding. Now, as part of our...
Welcome back to the show. We hope you enjoyed the extraction from the Burlington Fire Department. They gave us a sample how they would extract somebody from a two-car accident. Again, rode here at the Burlington Cruisin Car Show. Over 400 cars. Sponsored by Wellbeings. Wonderful job from Peggy Shepard DeGroot. Again, I'm Jay Stoyan. You're watching TDC Classic Cars. We'll see you next time.